Lesnar came with the money in the bank. I'm back with the money in the bank. We got a new title. I got Flowbo, TK, Jim, a boudoir, the partridge in the pear tree right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey.
What? Money, 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 money. Yo,
no, he doesn't know.
Listen, first of all, I like to listen. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm back here with y'all, man. I like to welcome everybody to this Monday Night Raw AfterBuzz TV after show. That's my track playing right now. Oh damn, he's back. He must be back. Look, hear ye, hear ye. The self-proclaimed king is back. Self-proclaimed, I say self-proclaimed. But I'm gonna get started, man. I miss my man, the chiseled jaw, the quad hair, the dope jacket, the fly talker, the one that just says what everyone say, don't give a damn what anyone says. That's my boy from the Midwest, Chi-Town, Windy City, DJ Alexander, RealTalker.com.
Hey, I kept your seat warm last week.
Warm and toasty, man.
Yeah, I got. You missed my haircut.
I still feel the warmth.
My eyebrows done. I had it all last week. So.
Oh yeah, he's in the show.
I appreciate you all, and my girl, man. TK Trinidad always in touch, always holding it down. I appreciate you checking on my family, my wife. I appreciate you, girl. My Oprah Winfrey, Black Bottle Walkers.
Shelbyberry Matt.
What up, girl? What's going on, TK Trinidad?
Nothing. How y'all doing?
Queen of Cocoa Butter. That's
Queen
what I know
of
it
Cocoa Butter.
Prove that message.
No, I know it in her.
Oh man, last but certainly not least, man, this is my guy, DJ Extraordinaire, running for office and all sorts of things, man. Flo Bito, my man. Yo, he stood me up. We supposed to go out and have we had a little date night, but he stood your boy up.
I text you back on Sunday. You wasn't around. I watched Money in Bank on my phone.
I tried to get date night with Flobo. He wasn't having it, man.
That man's the mayor. He's running arms, okay? That man has a town to run. Okay,
he's a mover.
You gotta make an appointment.
No, it just didn't work out. Ray check. Yo, so listen, man. I welcome everybody in the chat. I appreciate you, Michael, Dylan, Bosa. What's good, Ghost, Flobo, Uncle Murph. What's good as always, Pena. What's good as always. Dan, Bosa, the part and the whole crew, and everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Flobo's in the chat. What's good, Flobo? AJ, Rocky, what's good, Dan? Let's get started right out the way. Let's get out the gates. Let's get out things swinging. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Let's get it out. We gonna get to the beast incarnate very soon. But let's talk about the new title that Mick Foley unveiled.
Oh my God.
Woo! The 24/7 championship. It went to Titus, the inaugural BMP CEO. They be listening to this show, y'all. They be listening to this show. Albeit for 30. You be surprised what WWE listen to. You be surprised what WWE listen to because they do a lot of things that when I listen to a lot of other people's like podcast stuff that all of a sudden just happens. It's really weird. Yeah. But it's really weird. I see like a week before Jim Ross talking about Lacey Evans go against Natalia.
That's true.
It's Monday night win against Natalia. Weird. But anyways.
AfterBuzz TV, man.
Listen, tell me like they be watching. They be watching. They like Disney. They everywhere. Titus, the inaugural champion for 27 seconds. Ooh. Then Bobby Roode, the champion for most of the show. Yeah. And then R-Truth, the current 24/7 champion. Jim Alexander, my man. Talk to me about the title, the concept, how terrible Mick Foley was presenting it, and everything else.
Crash Holly coming back from,
underground. He passed away, bro.
Yeah, no.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
You know what I mean? It's like it's the hardcore title all over again.
Yeah. But without the word hardcore.
Right. It's what's going to be getting jobbers. Like right now, lineup Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins.
He's actually a champion though. He can't.
Not in my book.
He's out of
but
oh my God.
Wow.
Bring up maybe Shinsuke, some of those guys, let them have a little run with. This is going to be kind of a gimmicky joke title, right? I mean, we know already. At least Titus won something. That's
seriously
worldwide, right?
27 seconds, man.
Hey, still counts.
TK, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bosa said something. Just focus on the titles that they do have. Yeah, I feel.
I don't agree with that. Because go ahead, TK, but I don't agree with that. Go ahead.
It just feels like this title is one of those. It's like they've bastardized it. Like I know what they're trying to do, but it's just like you have like it felt like 5-year-olds just like clamoring for the belt, and you're not seeing what wrestling is all about, is the art of wrestling.
Good old ladder match would have been good. Good old fashioned ladder match. Even a battle royal.
Yeah, so now you have people like running around doing tag essentially.
Yeah.
So I'm not really for it because these are grown ass men. And
No, you're right. No, like a good old fashioned like Falls Count Anywhere, or like literally just any like a type of like a match with the first person and like literally a 24/7 champion tournament from everybody. Remember, said everybody on any roster. Oh, you mixing in the Pete Dunnes of the world and Velveteen Dreams of the world, and there's a tournament, and you're displaying some of your best up and coming talent. Don't just throw something out there. But I'm gonna get to you, Flobo. But I just think it would have been good if you were like, think about that bracket: Velveteen Dream versus Bobby Roode, Velveteen Dream versus Cedric Alexander, crazy stuff. Yeah. Pete Dunne versus Velveteen Dream. Yeah. Like, what say you, Flobo?
So I get the idea of an undercard title. I'm glad that other guys have things to do.
That's my thing.
But two things that are really disappointing. One, that belt design is garbage.
Give me elaborate.
It's green. It's called 24/7, but they didn't take any inspiration for a clock. If any title should have any kind of jewels or stud, it'd be that one. It looked like it was very small and undersized. And the second thing that really upset me about it is like now we have a definition of what Raw is considered the undercard. EC3. Eric Young, Robert Roode, this is our undercard. These are our guys who are lame. Is that what we're saying? That's not right at all. And they're running around, and they're actually not even running. They're like waddling because they can't run too fast with a shot. It wasn't done very well, and I feel sorry that Mick Foley was the one to go out there and do it. I'm looking at the picture here in the studio. That title just does not look any desirable to me at all. It looks like an old record, like a vinyl plate, you know?
Looks fitting for a career job.
Put it like this: I'm all about titles, and I think where they're missing it out on a lot when they stop doing 2 Money in the Banks. I think that is killing them. I think because especially after what they did last night, so everyone is like, focus on the. I hate when people say that because there's not that many titles to go around. There's not that many people to wrestle. No one gets an opportunity. They don't wrestle enough. Like I like the multiple titles because at least it gives some people something to do. True. It really, really does. So like I like the title idea. I just don't like the way it looks.
Right.
I told you I'm not a damn designer, man. I can't draw up. I couldn't draw one up better. I promise you. I can throw a couple ideas out, so I'm not gonna just poo-poo everything.
I did 2K.
But here's the thing about a title, it needs to hold significance. This
100%
doesn't already. It doesn't even the look doesn't even amount. The ECW title looked like crap in a lot of ways, and it still mattered more.
Oh, it definitely did.
It meant something. You know what I mean? Like it was a legitimate third championship, main championship. But titles like these, you see who's winning. Have someone legitimately you're trying to push, get this title, and hold it for a bit, even if it's this 24 whatever rule. Have someone legit have it for a little extended time, and just to establish it, just to introduce it.
Do you feel this is going to be something they do every week?
Yeah, this is going to be they're going to do shoot vignettes probably at a 7-Eleven out somewhere. Someone's getting pinned on a parking lot.
Every week.
It will give a chance to a lot of people like me. When's the last time we saw Titus? Last year.
Like real talk.
Last year. Last year, probably like October.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna give people a chance that we don't see because we know that WWE is signing all these people, but we don't see these people. And it's not the fact that they don't get chances. It's like they're just not using them. They're using what, maybe 6 people. Like
that's my thing.
The mid card is so packed.
It's huge.
It's just like one of those things. Like, okay, you're giving people a chance, but now again you're just making it. You're having them waddle around like it's one of those things where they're getting a chance, but do you want to get a chance like this?
Before I move on, what you guys quick letter grade, Jim, on Money in the Bank and like A, B, C, D, F?
I thought the card on paper was an A. I give it like a solid B. I thought it was pretty solid. I didn't like some of the winners, Bailey.
Wait a minute, we'll get to that while you're talking about the booth thing.
Wow.
But yeah, and I'm disappointed, like we talked about, that the Seth Rollins AJ match, it was a great match, that it went the distance, and they literally had a clean pin. I thought now you can't do it again. You just can't do it because it's not going to hold anything.
2K, what letter grade would you give?
I would. Yes, I would give it a solid B, maybe even like an A- for just things that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
It was definitely a good. It wasn't one of those ones where you're like just walking around the house and you're actually listening to it. You actually have to like pay attention.
Yeah.
So that's how I judge pay-per-views. It's like, okay,
the audio version.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I can walk around the house and clean and listen to everything and I'll be good. Versus, oh no, I need to see.
Yeah.
There were some really great matches.
What about you, Flobo?
7 out of 10 is a C?
Yeah, I'll give it a C.
I gave it a C. I think it was good. It's a little uneven. The crowd was in and out. They picked their matches, and the sequence.
They had nothing for the cruiserweight.
Yeah, and the thing is, I said yesterday after the after show, it was a dope match, but it came after the ending of the Miz match with the shirt slip out.
Just not fair.
Totally destroyed goodwill. It was a goodwill destroying crowd.
Just not fair.
Yeah, it was.
You can't do that, and they're like, cruiserweight. Yeah. I said it's very honest, very objective answers from you guys. Jim, can you please tell the little people at home how they can find everything AfterBuzz, man? Cut this promo, please.
Well, you're already at the right place because you're watching us right now. So all you have to do is just take your mouse or whatever clicker, your finger, and point at the subscribe button and click and touch it multiple times if you can. And also, if you are on iTunes, you can just give us a 5-star rating. Just add 5 clicks, and that works that way. And comment on us everywhere on iTunes, on the YouTube channel. We like hearing you guys. It's Bosa and Dylan and all those guys. It's the same crowd. Get the new blood in there too. Mix it in. Comment and just show some love.
Appreciate you, Dan. Appreciate you, External Shockwave. Haywood was good. Tash Nick was good. You was really, really, really good. He's crazy. But so okay. Now let's get to the beast in the room, the elephant in the room, the bull in the china shop. Listen, Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank last night. Listen, y'all know how I feel about box office. I'm all about box office. Sure. I said that Brock Lesnar should have lost the title because he's box office. Damn it.
Okay.
In short term, last night was amazing because that's what I love about these WWE universe. They lost their mind last night when they heard that music drop. All this trash talk about Brock Lesnar being boring and a part-time champ, they went crazy when that dude came out. But my thing is short-term smart, long-term foolish. Because this is my whole thing about the Money in the Bank. When you took one away, now it's going to just die. When you have a Money in the Bank or 2 Money in the Banks or just a Money in the Bank with a person that's consistent, there's always the intrigue every pay-per-view or Monday night or Tuesday night. Someone will come out.
We ain't going to see it for like 3 months.
See, that's my thing. See, everyone's like, we took one away because it legitimizes the one and it makes you care about the one. I go, no, you have a brand split, right?
So, no, you don't. No,
but
really don't.
Because you know what I'm talking about. There should be 2 Money in the Banks. Yes. Now, there's one that's just dead now.
Actually, there should be a SmackDown Money in the Bank, a Raw Money in the Bank, technically,
yes.
and women's for
and a women's for Raw. Absolutely.
Yeah. Give opportunities to different.
I mean, damn it, 4.
I don't the pay-per-view all Money in the Bank matches.
Don't give me all these in between. Literally, Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank,
and then one title match.
And then one title match or whatever. And we're good here. That's my only complaint with the Money in the Bank. You gave it to Brock Lesnar. Football. What say you on? Trust me, shock value amazing. Box office amazing.
Yeah.
But what say you about this happening?
What made me sour about it is that he didn't earn it. If Brock was in the match or he somehow fought another person on the way to the ring, okay, maybe he's just such a beast. But this guy literally came at the last moment of the match. You had Ali on the steps, basically saying, "Oh yeah, we can probably do this future." Nah, we're just kidding. And to me, that was what was the big F you to everyone, being like, okay, Brock he gets all the heat or whatever, but at the expense of Ali, after 4 hours, after throwing up Sami Zayn upside down, is that even into his character? It was just kind of weird to me.
What do you think, TK?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing like the whole Ronda Rousey effect. They want to, it's mainstream media. I think it was maybe about a month and a half ago where Dana White was saying that he's retired from UFC. So there was talks, because there was talks of him possibly going back to UFC. And, he hadn't hinted on it, but he kind of let it go. So you're thinking, okay, well, he's probably going back to UFC because he's lost the belt. Yeah. Now, apparently, he's not going to UFC. And it's like, well, WWE's like, well, you ain't going to go to UFC. You can still come here, twice a year.
Straight up.
And we'll give you Money in the Bank. So, I mean,
how can you argue with that?
Yeah, for him, it's great.
Oh, yeah, it's good for him.
But for us, it's one of those things where, how often are we going to see him? And, will he be able to go from brand to brand like, Roman Reigns is doing that?
Seeing that Money in the Bank in someone's hand, with that potential in your mind that every pay-per-view, that music can hit or someone can just come out like the Ziggler effect, it's going to be dead. Jim, what say you?
Oh, I mean, tears inside that my guy Baron Corbin didn't get his chance. I was playing his YouTube music.
Yes, you were. It was terrible. His team sucks.
But here's the thing: anyone would have been worthier than this.
Drew McIntyre, baby.
Hey, there's so many worthy guys. Andrade, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor. Give him that shot. He's never, he's been so close. Everyone who would have won it could have justified it. Even Orton, in a sense. Everyone could have justified it. And if you wanted to swerve us, sure, it shocked us and surprised. You wanted to swerve us, give us Bray Wyatt as the intro.
Yep.
And that would put him over.
That would have put him over. I know he's on maternity leave, and I know that's why
that would have been shocking.
But I don't like. But listen. That
you're not going to see Brock
Blew
Lesnar.
the doors off the place.
It would have been insane. And automatic credibility, automatic. When is he cashing
money in the bank? You know he's winning.
Intrigue for the next 4 or 5 months.
How many publications are going to pick that up aside from wrestling?
And it's what everything
right
that's being done. It's literally day to day. You cannot book a successful company day to day. Sure, the payoff is nice on that night.
On that night.
But look at the WrestleMania. I've been talking about the Becky Lynch thing after Ronda leaves. What has gone down?
She's over. She was over tonight, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely.
But I mean,
from her best working months.
I mean, I think people.
Exactly.
People are for Becky Lynch, but it's one of those things where it's just like, the person in your family who's the great singer, they're the great singer in your family. Like everybody's rocking for them, but they might be all right in the rest of the world. So it's like with Becky Lynch. I think people definitely bought into her story just because it was so organic.
Absolutely.
But the outside world who doesn't necessarily watch wrestling like that, and they don't catch Becky Lynch on different things, they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. But everybody knows who Ronda Rousey is,
right?
So it's one of those things where they're definitely catering to mainstream media. Probably because of the Saudi Arabia thing that's coming up, probably because of the Fox deal that's coming up.
For sure.
And, if they start losing ratings, AEW is just around the corner. They just announced their TV day on a Tuesday. So they start losing ratings, that's money.
Correct.
And then, now you're dipping from the pot of money to, the McMahon's pot of money, and they don't want to dip into that pot of money.
That's somebody in the chat talking about paternity versus maternity. I know the damn difference is a joke. Y'all get my. Do I gotta change my inflections, man? Damn, y'all.
Are you trying to heal
Lord,
the chat?
it was a joke. It was a joke.
Shout out
man.
to Barry Mel.
Like, Lord, maternity because you know how the men act like they the one that had the baby.
Right.
You know how
we had a baby.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't have.
You were
nothing.
just sitting there and watching sports.
I'm worried you with Sister Abigail, this poor child,
I
The baby looks cute,
man.
But I gotta go.
No, man, it was right all along.
Are you serious right now? Come on, bro. It was a joke because man, like, yo, we had but you ain't have nothing, man. He on maternity leave. But it would have been dope if he'd have came up in there and had that money in the bank with the baby in the left hand. Took the title and just walked out with his beautiful baby.
And Rabbit and
as we move on to this amazing show, man, got Paul Heyman out there cutting promos, doing what he does, leaves the intrigue out there that he can cash his money in the bank at any time he wants. Guys, watch your back. Kofi Kingston's in there with this weird wild card thing. I don't know what the hell's going on. We get to
figure that out.
Strowman versus Zayn. All I type down in these notes is why. Why are they wasting Braun Strowman, man?
Because they don't know what to do with either.
They don't
know what to do. Sami Zayn's promos were, they thought it's going to be some kind of long running thing. It might caught fire in a quarter of what Bray's did, but it didn't. It just didn't go over because from the beginning he wasn't sure what he was even saying, right? It didn't make sense if you listen to it week to week out. They're just two lost characters on the show.
Well, they know what there are possibilities with Braun Strowman. With Sami Zayn, there's just like, we're going to just try a bunch of stuff. But putting them both together is just like... Because there's no story for Braun Strowman.
No disrespect, man. He can't touch Braun Strowman. We got to get in some form of reality.
Right.
Yeah.
We can all talk about the David versus Goliath nonsense, but in that book got everything skewed. Goliath wins.
Yeah.
99.9% of the time. So if I'm a betting man in Vegas and I see a guy like Braun versus a guy like Sammy like in a bar, and time stopped, and then it's like God was like, Evan, put all your money on who you think gonna win this fight right here. I'd be like, you know what? You never know, man. David versus Goliath. I put it on Sami Zayn. And I lose it all.
That's better odds.
Odds are there, but I'm losing it all. Yeah, Braun is corn. He's a corn-fed mule, man.
Well,
he could have won money
and he's quick.
He's
quick.
He's that's nature.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. And he's quick.
It's weird, freaking strength. But y'all putting this together, trying to make me suspend disbelief. Blue Thunder Bomb and Braun. I don't know if he can do that.
Absolutely. TK said last week, David is dead. So
that's real talk, man.
The idea with Sami Zayn, I assume, is that he's supposed to be some sort of trickster character. How he got the match with Braun Strowman, and Braun gets his receipts going out of Saudi Arabia in 2 weeks where Sami Zayn cannot go.
And maybe that's why that's what they're setting up for now.
Sammy ain't that important to write him up for storylines and protect him in that way.
Well, he got vertigo last time. Yeah.
So so we got Cesaro versus Ricochet. Now this is my whole thing that what the hell happened to Ricochet? Just like now he can't be Bobby Roode. He can't be. And the thing about it is what's so crazy is that Cesaro, I love Cesaro.
Yeah.
He Okay, he beats Ricochet clean.
Wow.
But didn't Ricochet and dang it,
Aleister Black?
didn't they beat Cesaro and
Sheamus.
Yeah, but my thing is now when he's going solo, he can't catch a win.
Right. So
Like he's undefeated, but this is tough. That's a tough one.
here's the deal with Ricochet, and he had that gruesome match last night, and the fact that Cesaro was able to like goad him into a match because his back hurt. And what really ticked me off is after the fact that Charlie Caruso was like, "I worn out Ricochet," totally calling the spot. I get you want to establish Cesaro as like the post bar guy, the fancy music. And he's Claudio Castagnoli is one of the good guys in the Indies. He's really amazing. But at the expense of Ricochet, I told you guys 2 weeks ago, he's in that Finn Balor spot. He's gonna come in there, he's gonna lose that second segment, and then still have that goodwill with the crowd and stuff. But you got to protect him because over time you're gonna have that guy come out and go, "Oh, this is Ricochet, the
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what happened to Evan Bourne. That's what happened to a lot of flippy guys.
Yeah, that's
true.
what. But I predicted that from when they were both up there together. It's like the fact that you just brought them, not even like before. Okay, we're bringing up a group of people. You just brought up some folks, and you kept some folks, NXT. You kept some folks there. Some folks that you brought up like in December. Lacey Evans, EC3, we haven't seen them, but you're bringing up these two, and then now you don't have a storyline for them, and Ricochet's out in the cold.
And that's the thing, though. That's why Triple H was against them coming up. People wonder why that's why it makes sense in the back now, where he were like, "Oh, this is why Triple H was against it."
Oh yeah,
because
it makes
he's
sense.
like, these are my guys. Like these are my babies. For all jokes aside, he's like, these are a hot commodity, and they're great, and I'm building them a great way. He's like, and his baby's like, nah, him and him.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, what are you gonna do with them though? He's like, hey.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, he's like, oh no, you can't tell me that. No, what are you gonna do with them? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god. And this was his biggest fear.
And it's showing. Who's really getting over that's recently come from NXT besides Lacey?
Lacey.
Yeah.
Hopefully Nikki Cross. Oh man.
Nikki Cross.
EC3's in 24/7 division now officially.
And I'm telling you. So when I tell people thought I was a joke, I'm saying this dude's in the doghouse, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been in the.
But people keep acting like I was pulling this story out of nowhere. Like the dirt sheets were real, man. He did something to piss someone off. You see, he was on, then he wasn't on.
Yeah.
Was
that maternity leave, man.
Right.
It's paternity leave when it's a man. I'm like, yo, chill, man.
I mean, can you imagine that feeling though? That like you've finally come back. You're almost the prodigal son. You go through the thing. You go through NXT. You finally get that big break, and now you get maybe 2 or 3 segments. You don't even hit the ring, and then now you don't even get any segments, and like you're just chilling.
Yeah,
that
kills the psyche. Like I don't even know how you could deal with that.
So we have a lot of this nonsense in the back with Shane McMahon and the Lord have mercy. He's going against Roman Reigns in the Super Showdown in that god awful thing they're doing on June 7th. And I find it wrong on so many levels that I won't get into on this show. And they're going there and
well, I mean they have another 7 years or 6 years.
And Shane McMahon might beat Roman Reigns, which is weird. They put Miz versus Drew McIntyre, who to me should be champion already, but not at least be Money in the Bank champion already.
That's probably why Brock is back too.
I hope to God you're right about that. Truly, like
because
seriously.
they had called up like everybody and their mama last time. So Hulk Hogan probably will be there now that he's back in the fold.
Everybody named mama.
Yeah,
everybody's calling all cars.
They're gonna call everybody. So we're gonna see some folks that we haven't seen in a long time dropping in.
What did you think about the match, Jim? The Miz versus Drew McIntyre, a solid match, right?
Here's the thing: it's another thrown together feud. You know what I mean? Like.
Kind of like to do Shane McMahon's bidding.
Yeah, just for me, I expect more and want more from Drew McIntyre.
He's trying to give it to you. He was the clear standout Money in the Bank.
I think
he was murdering people.
That's what I mean. It's like Miz is a downgrade. As much as Miz had a good run as a face now, currently, those 2 losses to Shane kind of hurt, though. They do matter.
It kind of hurt.
He's the first Hall of Famer losing to Shane McMahon, who cannot wrestle.
Twice.
Been in the wrestling business his whole life and still has not figured out how to wrestle. Has access to every trainer, every wrestling ring from here to Timbuktu. Oh, evidently not. But it might,
He talked about privilege.
But the one thing I know about is when someone's really good and they're rich, no one can say anything. Like, damn, he's spoiled and he's still good.
But he's
like,
still.
damn,
Shane gets a
kick in the ass.
Shane gets a pass. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
It's embarrassing, bro.
He does spots that half the roster won't even
20
attempt.
years ago.
20 years ago, bro.
Did you watch WrestleMania?
What do
Did you see that spot?
What do you mean he does spots? They ain't even out there to do the spots.
He puts
they
his
don't get a
body
chance
on the line like
everyone in the back would do that.
Have you watched last week tonight? Their whole insurance thing, like WWE doesn't you have to pay for your own insurance.
You
So
better
Shane
believe it.
McMahon has.
He has, I think he has insurance.
Yeah, I think he has. I'm sure every wrestler does have insurance, but I'm sure
independent contractor.
Yeah.
But if you don't think these guys in the back would take that bump on a pay-per-view to get over, you're crazy, because they probably
They might,
would.
yeah.
They might.
But Shane doesn't have to.
They won't go pillar to post on some stupid drop kick with a trash can. You don't think they do that?
Shane doesn't have to, and he does it.
Well, I think Shane.
He does it because that's all he can do, Jim. You're missing the point. He does it because he can't wrestle, so he has to do the big spots. It's not a choice. He has to do it.
Right.
He can't wrestle, bro.
But I think
I still give him major
That's
credit for that.
insane,
well,
bro.
you also have to factor in the thing that he's still able to do that. Obviously, Stephanie can't do that.
She don't have
and I
to.
think Shane's in that position where when
Stephanie can wrestle better than Shane.
Well, when you like have
She
a bunch
can't.
of people and you're giving them duties and you figure they can't do it, let me just step in and do it. I feel like Shane, based off of last year, how horrible the storylines were last year and how often everybody's complaining, I feel like Shane stepped in and is like, you know what? Forget all of you guys, all the million of you guys in the locker room. I got this. I'm gonna, bring Raw back to a certain level.
I think that's a bad idea.
Well, of course it is, but that's
you can say whatever you
when
want
you're a
if you're
person
the
in
boss.
position.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want if you're a position job like that. Who am I to question a McMahon? What am I going to say about McMahon? But you're killing your roster, bro.
Yeah.
You're killing your roster.
Yeah, it's not good for him to get the wins, though.
No, you can't. He can't win.
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't help him at all.
I go, wait a minute. You can't win. He won last night?
Yep.
Against a first ballot Hall of Famer? Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. What the? Do y'all have any idea? That's killing the Miz.
Absolutely, man. And the worst part is, it isn't like he's the authority character. He's not even main event. It's a mid-card feud. So you can't beat Shane McMahon in a mid-card feud. And if you do beat him,
Wait a
then
minute.
what?
Is the last time he got the title, was it against John Cena? When The
Miz?
Rock helped him?
The Miz or Shane?
Just Miz.
No, I think so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he hasn't been in that division for like
That is
5 or 6 years.
absolutely insane.
And that's what I'm saying. So you put him with Shane McMahon, and okay, maybe he wins a match or maybe
poor
two.
guy, man.
But at WrestleMania, you take yourself out at a cage match, which is a lame stipulation. You slip out of your hands, and then you somehow with his interference, you lose the match against Drew McIntyre. I want to cheer the Miz. That's all good. But now what? You can't beat a guy who's pushing 50 that has a dad gut.
Well, I mean, I think. Wow, this is a lot of shade.
Damn.
Yeah, that's tough.
I think when they did the whole because it was the Saudi Arabia thing was like in October or something like that.
Yeah.
That storyline made sense up until the whole father situation. Then they realized that they have to get ready for Saudi Arabia again, and the people who are in Saudi Arabia, they're the ones who are controlling the storyline.
Right.
So they're saying what they want to do. So maybe we can't even necessarily blame it on Shane. It's like one of those things that if they want this set of events to happen and they've already paid the money for it, then they have to make sure that those set of events happen.
I'm a firm believer in what good old Jerry Bruckheimer said, the greatest movie producers of all time. He says, I don't give a damn what these people want. The people don't know what they want. I give them what they want. And Jerry Bruckheimer is the most successful producer in the world.
Yeah,
and he's right. I don't give a damn what Saudi Arabia want. Y'all gonna get what I give you because I am in control. And that has never
Not when
failed
money
him.
speaks, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot.
It's already, the money's already paid. It's already in there. What do you mean? You act like they ain't gonna show up. They gonna show up. They gonna what?
They
Not
could
show
pull a
up.
contract.
WWE got that guap, man. Like that's crazy. I don't like that.
Well, I mean, it depends.
We're fickle. They just want to see wrestling. We're
True,
you
I agree
gotta
with that.
worry about us and how we feel. We're fickle as hell. Albany was weird tonight. He announced a new title and they were like, man, what? Like we're weird. If that would have been anywhere else, like England, Saudi Arabia, they'd be like, oh my God, new title.
Right.
We're fickle and spoiled people. They're just hungry for wrestling.
True.
All that we're doing this for them, that's crazy. I mean, you do whatever the hell you want, man. They gonna show up, man.
Right.
They gonna show up, man.
But
feel the dreams, baby. You build it, they will come.
There were rumors that they wanted particular individuals, more people from essentially the
I'd be
Attitude
like,
Era.
so what? Yeah, there's some guts,
Well,
man.
I mean, it just depends on what the contract says, and
That's
depends what
true.
they signed to.
absolutely
If they
That's
sign
true.
to that, it's you guys. This is this is the deal that we're doing, and we have all creative control.
Yeah.
That's totally different. If this is
If
the
they
deal we're
compromise,
doing,
yep.
and you can get this percentage of thing,
You're
then
right.
it's different too.
It's hard to argue. It's
Yeah.
hard to argue. It's what it is. What it is. I hate that Super Show thing. That's a different topic for a different day. I hate that the whole thing it represents, man.
Okay.
But yeah. With that being said, man, the sweet smells of Charlie Crusoe's perfume must mean it must be TK's boudoir, man. Oh, Jim already getting ready for it, man. Take the
Where's
clothes.
that beat?
Oh, is there a beat? Hold on. I didn't hear a beat.
Hey.
They trolling Jim out here.
Jim had to wait for it.
You gotta wait for it.
Jim had to wait for it.
Nikki's moonwalk. Oh, look at that, man. See, he does a right to left to right. I'm just saying, that's all his moves right there. Give it up for Jim Alexander.
Thank you.
Smooth sound.
Man, I went without music. I was thinking Baron Corbin's theme song in my head. So that's why I
Oh
jumped on
my
it.
God, the love affair is real.
But
There's
why?
so many people in the boudoir.
Oh wow.
So first, shout out to Renee.
She look
Renee's
good.
been killing it with
She
her
looks so.
outfits.
She looks so.
Yeah,
Her outfits are so dope.
and they're different. They're not the standard,
So, like,
they're
just dope.
It's very original. So shout out to Renee. Shout out to the Revival with the blue trunks. It's almost like that Nipsey blue. I like that.
Nipsey also
Little different. And then Alexa Bliss, her mic. Did you see her mic? Is all blinged out. So shout out to
damn.
shout out to her. And then of course Trinity with the Afro Puffs.
She was in the backstage for like 2 seconds tonight.
And of course,
Still in the boudoir.
my girl last night, Mandy Rose. I mean, just
Hijack.
Mandy Rose last night was just something.
And then shout out to the 3 people who held the 24/7 belt
Yeah,
today.
for real. No, might as well. 2 or 3
Yeah.
was BMP people, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Lacey Evans too. Great
Yeah, she-
outfit last night too.
Lacey, she's
Money in
back.
the Bank.
A moment
You
of
should get your own song.
Yeah, we gotta give him. I
I'm
gotta
just
get
saying.
Heel
You
Jim
gotta be
Boudoir.
all-
Turn up
keys.
Baron Corbin, Steve. That's perfect fitting for him.
no.
Yo, moment of bliss happened, man.
Yeah.
We get this. It turns into a bliss. Nikki Cross, Becky Lynch versus the Iconics and Lacey Evans. A very interesting 6-woman tag. Even though my girl's not medically cleared, Miss Bliss, so she can stand there and watch, looking adorable with her latte. It was a pretty salvage match. Becky Lynch gets the dub. What you guys think of the match? Just thoughts.
That second hour of Raw was the strongest one all night. The Uso match and this one together, which I'm sure we get to. Having 6 women come out with different needs and character points and getting together was what you need and what you wanted. You know why Lacey Evans was upset. You know why Becky's like, I can still take you now because I have full attention. And the match itself was great. And you got the women's tag team champions on TV for a change. I loved it.
All right.
Somebody asked if Nikki Cross looks different. I think she does, but I think it's more. She usually has her hair over her face,
Yeah.
like that messy look, and her hair was pulled back,
Yep.
so you're actually seeing
Seeing her face.
Seeing her
Somebody
face.
might have made a suggestion to her, like you're a star. You're gonna be on TV more. We want to see your face more.
But then that ruins. They already ruined her character, but then just ruined.
I can see that being a thing though. With them like, yo, when people we want you to see the money maker, so people can I don't know. That's just how things go, man.
It was iconic. My girl's going to boudoir too. I forgot. Sorry about that. Adding it, but it was iconic. Anytime I
DJ and the
TK's boudoir, not Jim's boudoir. It's TK's boudoir.
the price is right,
Just saying.
Becky needs to start losing because come on.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah,
she lost
give
last
the
night.
shine. That's not enough. There needs more shine on the other women too.
She lost her belt.
They need
I
to look
wonder
stronger.
she lost her belt last night, but I wonder if she's gonna have the was it the free agent card where she can go back and forth and almost challenge for the belt.
Tonight she said Raw though. She's like, I'm gonna give my full attention to you, Lacey Evans, on Raw.
Yeah,
so that
absolutely.
she's hinting that she might want to post up at Raw. I think she should at least have it through SummerSlam. She's earned it. She's earned her. She's earned her run.
Well, I mean,
give
and
her
that's
a run.
her and the Lacey Evans rivalry would be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love it.
there are more people on the roster, like we've been saying over and over again, but this, at least it's fresh blood.
Yeah.
And Lacey's phenomenal on
unbelievable,
everything.
man.
She's
I'm so disappointed what they did. That she
She
lost
lost
clean.
to- yep.
That's the same thing with Drew McIntyre.
I'm worried,
it's the
bro.
same effect. Why are these
Don't
people
build
that
her
you bring
so much.
she
Don't
was
build
built
her.
up so huge.
Yeah, but did you actually
And then
think she was
loses
gonna
clean.
win?
The thing
Yeah,
about it is
not lose clean.
I told
not
you,
lose clean.
What did I say about the whole thing about when Sheamus took the world by storm? Is when he came out of nowhere and
Yes.
won the title. It was bold. It was crazy. It was insane. It was like, who the hell's this guy? But it was amazing, and they made an instant star. Now, if you're not gonna have Lacey win, don't have her lose so clean. And it was a weird way too. She had her pinned. It was weird. They did this weird thing with the refs.
Refs were
Yeah,
bad.
I don't know
It
what
was
that was
interesting.
all about.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I was like, oh man, I'm not. But like this, you keep putting her out there, you keep doing her thing, you keep building her the right way. She doesn't have to have a title, but
Right.
you can't ever keep. She can't take an L. Too many L's though.
No.
Agreed.
She technically took an L tonight. You know what I mean? She didn't like lose the tag thing, but she's losing. Don't build this mentality with people where they see Lacey like the whole Ziggler thing. Because Ziggler, they wasted my guy. That's another story for a different day. And every time it got to a point for like years straight, he just never thought he was gonna win.
Nope.
And it killed him. But anyway, you were talking about the workhorse of WWE. Seth Rollins, like, Michael Cole. I wanted to
he's
jump.
on the roster.
I wanted to jump on that TV. I'm like, y'all ain't never said that about my guy, man.
That's true.
That was the real workhorse. That's
Two-time world champ.
Shawn Michael 2.0, man. But anyways, man, we get the Revival versus Usos. You alluded to a great
Yeah.
match, spectacular match,
Match of night.
fun match. Revival got the dub. I don't care how they got it, what kind of means they got it. It was a great match to the the greatest tag teams I have ever seen.
Building up.
And they're building something there, and I love it.
Which is good because the Revival didn't have much to do other than they're really good wrestlers.
Sure.
So now they're having a little bit of a storyline. So now it's making it a little bit interesting. The shaving the back thing was kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah, that was
couple weeks in that cream.
Like I was just like,
and they still replay it. Like
Yeah.
we'll show it again this week.
No,
Sure.
don't do that. Don't. It's not playing well.
That was a match of the night, I thought.
I
That meant that
100%.
it was old school Revival NXT style. You saw the Usos chemistry. They got the win on the Usos. They can totally take a loss tonight.
And exactly what you're saying. Usos don't need the winners. Legacy cemented. They're getting into that mode called the Randy Orton mode, where you can put over people and not look bad. You know what I mean? And this might start a rivalry. You think? Or
I hope so. I mean, that's the two strongest teams. I mean, even more stronger than the actual tag team champions. Right? So.
Very well said. Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Seth. First of all, before I get to the main event, this Lars Sullivan stuff, because I don't know.
Yo, Jim, you first.
I don't know.
I'm confused about
Jim first.
You didn't think I was gonna get you, did you, Lars? You thought I was just gonna gloss over it.
I mean, Titus forgave him, so I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even think on screen as a character, I'm not sold on.
First off, for the folks who don't know, and I'm assuming everybody does know, but just for the folks who, just in case they don't know, tell them what the situation is.
But wait, hold on, wait a minute, because you might be bringing something to me. What happened? Tell me, if I don't know what you're talking about right now.
So there was I think somebody pulled out some like old tweets and the
come
whole.
on.
What were you all talking about?
The bodybuilding.
I'm talking about him being on tonight. I'm talking about him sticking up the joint.
No.
Oh yeah.
If y'all know something, this y'all show too.
Okay, so we're not really into rumors and stuff like that, but when he was signed to the main roster, there was some Reddit detective work that brought up old tweets, oral messages from the bodybuilding.com forums that were very in line with things that are considered
homosexuality, racism,
right.
Yeah.
And so having him but here's the thing, since being on the main roster, he's feuded with R-Truth and Lucha House Party. Minority characters.
And the Hardys,
And the Hardys too. But the thing is, it's kind of weird. So he is a heel. Yes, you're supposed to not like him. So I thought today will be the chance for him to say what he felt like and see his character.
I thought he was going to say something.
And then that didn't happen. So.
Man, you still talking? You people, y'all still talking about gay people and black people still stand?
No, but
out in public.
But they're digging it up, and that was a while ago.
But they didn't do that much digging. They found it.
Well, I understand. Well, one thing, if you're gonna go to any major platform, what people should do, like whoever's in the social media team, your whole thing should be wiped.
100%.
Period.
Right. If you know you said
that's
something.
one thing.
Lord have mercy.
Before you even sign, but
period.
The fact is. You can't. I mean, there's a lot of cancel culture. People. The way people talked about situations 5 years ago, 10 years ago is totally different than how we talk now. And you can't. Now you're holding somebody to a standard as if they didn't grow. Some of them do grow. Some of them don't grow.
I like
but
that
you
logic.
kind of give them.
I like that logic.
Sway.
But even 5 years ago, it was wrong. See, that's the thing.
Whenever it's wrong.
It's always been wrong. Racism been wrong. Homophobia. It's always been wrong. Just because people ain't cracked down didn't mean you still wasn't wrong.
Right. But why do they post this online? I don't get. I never understand.
That's my thing. I don't swear in front of my parents. Right, when I was growing up, right, because it wasn't a thing to do. Like I drop a couple curses with my family now because I'm a little older. But it'll slip out. Be like, damn.
Still don't.
I'll say damn, and I feel bad about damn.
Right.
And the thing about that though, my dad and mom don't even care anymore. But my mind's like, that still ain't right. So that's what I'm trying to say. Is like it don't matter if it's okay back then. It's just bad form, man.
I understand what you're saying.
Because you ain't never gonna find those tweets on me ever.
I understand what you're saying, but the thing is that your mom and dad raised you that way. If your mom and dad raised you where they're also talking about racism,
that's a cop out.
That's also a thing too.
That's a cop out.
But at this age, he's not like a teenager.
Yeah, he's a grown ass man. That's a cop out.
Teenagers don't have an excuse. Honestly,
that's the thing. They digged it up, and then he talked about it, and then Titus I think also put out a statement, and now it's kind of been like
Biggie as well.
Yeah, it's everything is as well. So that's why I thought you was talking about.
No, I don't talk about that kind of stuff because I have one stance on it. Don't say it if you don't want it to come back out.
What about his character too, like on screen?
But that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about how trash your character is.
And his lame music.
And he's not that imposing to me. I'm sorry, but I don't find him as that beastly. Like Braun Strowman's bigger than him, and Braun Strowman isn't even that tall. Like Lars, when he stands next to a regular guy, he's maybe 6 foot tall, right? Or maybe a little. He's not that imposing.
6'3" or something.
For you to be a mauler, you need to be at least like 6'5". I'm putting on the height and requirements here and everything. Okay, you need to be at least 6'5". Like Orton would tower over him.
Sure, he does.
He does. So it's like, why is he such a disruptor?
Well, I think
he's beefy.
Well, it says he's 6'3", which would I guessed. I think they stopped his train when he first came on. I think it was like around the same time that Lacey came on. We saw him, like, we're introducing these people from NXT, and then we never saw them again. And it's like, coming from NXT, he had that momentum.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we didn't see him. Now you're bringing him back. It's like, well, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so it's like, you have to build up the character and either have him do something in the backstage or the locker room to establish something.
Yes.
So that when he walks out, now you know this is the guy who's who thinks he's the baddest and all, et cetera, et cetera.
And you need someone big stand up to him, someone legitimate, because everyone he's bullying on right now are just jobbers in a sense.
Well, that's the thing. You have a performer that people have opinions of them outside of the ring. And so you have an opportunity or even a responsibility now to give us a character thing to latch on to. But what we've seen him is come down to the ring and destroy people. So we have no development. We're going to believe what we're hearing from around these other parts. Because it's like,
are you talking about the rumors?
I'm talking about using the rumors to inform our perception of an on-screen
Yeah,
character.
but WWE decides whether or not if they're going to go with the rumors. A la Xavier and Paige. They didn't tell nothing about that.
But I'm saying, but to Xavier's point, he came out with a trombone. He made jokes, so you can watch the show and go,
Right.
You better make jokes. That's
this.
him on them tapes.
But to them, with Lars, you don't have that. So
people are so
just,
stupid.
We're just latching on to what we're hearing and reading, and it's not the same.
Yeah, but I'm just saying WWE chooses to ignore certain things, and
maybe I'm just salty because when I was growing up, I didn't get to get away with stupid stuff, man. That's what I don't like about this new era. People can do whatever, say whatever they want, and then say I didn't mean it, and everybody's supposed to just chill. Like when I got in trouble for saying something stupid, I took the L, man. The problem nowadays, nobody wants to take L because everyone's in this culture. Everyone can't say anything. Stop saying stupid stuff, man. Stop doing and saying dumb stuff. It's crazy. It's because, God, I want to meet the guy that made Twitter. He's a genius. He knew because people always wants to be, everyone thinks they're so popular and important. He said, I'm going to just put out a platform where people just type what they think. And he's a billionaire off it. And people have buried themselves, lost careers, lost jobs, lost loved ones, wives, husbands, kids over Twitter.
They forget. This is a whole nother.
And no one's even seeing it unless you're searching for it.
I saw it, yeah.
But later on.
That is so funny to me,
who's
man.
searching for those tweets.
Yeah, seriously, it's just funny to me, man. Y'all just don't say nothing in old age. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's what my mama said.
Yep.
Yeah, what happened, man?
I don't know, man.
Flobo, you got something out there on Twitter? You running for office?
I look back a couple years ago. It's all snack food. I just Twinkies, Dunkaroos.
You think, man, I don't mess with those Twinkies, man. I don't like the color of those Twinkies. Yo, listen, man. Lars Sullivan's poop, man. So as far as a wrestler goes, so he better get his shit together. That walking around with your little tights on, slamming people. Drew McIntyre does that.
Yeah. Better music too.
Really better music and much cooler.
Oh, definitely.
Anyways, man, corn-fed.
And he talks. and he talks.
Oh, man, with that dope ass accent. So we got Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin versus Seth and Kofi. Solid match, not as good as the Revival versus the Usos, but a pretty solid match. Michael Cole kept beating into your head that Brock Lesnar was still around. I was like, we know, y'all said it. You said it once. You know, Brock Lesnar didn't go and hop in his car yet. And we got that match. What do you guys think of the match before we wrap this thing up?
Bobby Lashley returns again.
Damn!
I'm just like, yo.
What do you say then, Jim?
Brother just turned on the brother.
I don't see how you can.
Keeping it real, bro.
Yeah, man, they're not gonna pick this character, fine. But you put him with Baron Corbin, fine. We've seen this all before. But the cool part about it was the other side: Universal Title Champion and the WWE Champion working together in a good match. I love the fact Brock Lesnar came down and was teasing it because it raises the question: can he cash in on both? Will he cash in on one with the other person in the ring? It's going to be a tease. I'm not going to try anything. It was a solid match. Like I said, Raw this episode, the first hour I could have discounted. Hours 2 and 3 are way better. So
it's always a good time with my boys there, Baron Corbin. So, I mean, plus he had 2 champions in a match, and Bobby Lashley can play a good sort of side character now.
Baron Corbin, man.
Yeah.
What a way! Well, I'm surprised you say Bobby Lashley could play a good side character because according to your, schematics of a wrestler,
yeah, break it down.
Fits your
he does fit your mold,
huh?
He fits your schematics
of
a wrestler.
Oh, he does. The only thing he can't connect with the crowd. Look-wise, Bobby Lashley's
you can't say he can't. He's done it before on a different platform, so therefore it can be done.
Did that platform have many other guys that were over and legitimate like that?
Oh, wow.
All everybody keeps telling me is he was really great at TNA. I go, okay.
Yeah.
This is WWE, baby.
Yeah,
I mean, he just doesn't have the mic skills.
Really
he just doesn't have the mic skills, and
I mean, that's the thing, though. We don't. There's the.
He's got plenty of screen time too.
No,
so I ain't trying to hear.
No, I understand that, but the thing is, it's like what he wants to do. there might be a character he wants to do and they're X-naying on it, and there might be something that they want him to do and it's not working, or it might be this is what I want to do and it's not working. So we don't necessarily know what's happening backstage.
A very diplomatic TK tonight. I just think he's just
align yourself with Corbin, you'll be good.
TK be very diplomatic
for real,
tonight.
Corbin can do the talking, and he can like really.
Corbin can do the. For not having anything, Corbin definitely
anything.
I mean, for not having anything as far as defending stuff or you're always upset at him and you just don't know why. You just don't like him.
So
he's very good. He's very
I give you that. That's 100% true. Yeah. See, that doesn't mean he's over. Why you keep saying he's over? No, he's.
Listen, I proclaimed this last week. You were not here. Baron Corbin is a star. Okay,
I said it, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said he's not over, bro. It takes a lot to get over.
He's over not, because they hate him. You guys have an opinion of it.
But it's not. No, we're a panel. I'm talking about the crowd legitimately hates him, bro.
That's great because that means he invokes a feeling.
No, it's invokes a feeling. Jim, you've been watching wrestling long enough. It's the wrong heat. It's real hate.
No one's buying shirts.
Bro, no one's buying this shirt. When John Cena was getting hated, people still bought that we don't like Cena's shirt. People bought it.
It's a different character. It's a different character.
No, but it's the same thing. He had it's pretend. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Where's getting legitimate hatred?
I think that's good. Better legitimate hatred than nothing at all, than crickets.
Let's agree to disagree.
I mean, you're the Baron Corbin panel, dude.
I feel bad for the guy. It's like when there's crickets when he comes out.
And he uses to his character and he plays off of it. My guy knows what he's doing. And so does. One thing with the writers team, they know what they're doing.
I just don't say he's over, bro. I get everything you're saying, but you can't say he's over.
I think his genuine hatred heat makes him over.
Yes, AJ, delirious.
Delirious.
Yeah. It is correct word, AJ, in the chat.
Wow. Cheese and crackers. Yeah, I'm spent.
Good.
You got anything, Fluvo?
Yeah, I was trying to say that Raw has a potential to really turn the corner based on the doldrums of post-WrestleMania, but there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of characters I love. Lacey Evans is getting some more time in there. If you want to put Bobby Lashley on TV every week, listen to him, according to TK's theory of giving a character beat. Bray got something. We got the most creepiest Firefly Funhouse this episode this week, so there is room for everything to grow.
TK.
My website is out. You can go to Center In Company. If you want some body butter, cocoa butter, body scrubs, candles, all that stuff. It's centerincompany.com.
Jim.
Baron Corbin, Mandy, The Real Talker at realtalker.com. It's REL and the Jim Alexander. You know what I mean? Good stuff.
Evan T. Mag, Instagram and Twitter, man.
And your shirt.
Man, listen, man. I'm just so...
The BMP shirt?
BMP, man. Pro Wrestling Tees, man. 24/7 championship should be very interesting. R-Truth will lose it tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he's gonna be the longest reigning for a while. That's my quote. He'll be the longest reigning 24. 18, 12, 13 hours.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of funny if they have them chasing them through the airport. That would be a good little thing.
Yeah, they do that. B-roll, social media. Oh, that's clever.
I think I need a shirt. I think we need to talk pro wrestling tees. Don't hate, relate. Hashtag the Jim Alexander heel Jim.
Shout out to Barry Mack.
Y'all take care, y'all.
Yep. All the Max. Come on.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.